Hey, welcome to the channel. My name's Mitchell. Welcome you to Guyana. Today, I'm talking about how to find inner peace. It's a lot of different ways. A lot of people don't understand what inner peace is, but let's get straight into it. The first thing to really get into to find that inner peace is practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is just being aware of where your mind's intention is going. Being 100% aware of all the actions you're doing. So say you're sweeping in the kitchen, right? Your attention is on that task. You're not sweeping in the kitchen and thinking, what should I eat for breakfast? Is this person thinking this about me? Thinking about stuff like that. Practicing mindfulness will allow you to really see what you're really thinking about daily. You know what I mean? And you find a lot of wisdom in where your brain is and your attention is going. And if it's thinking about the wrong stuff, you can work on changing that. Thing to get into is truthfully having trust in the universe, or God, whatever you might like to call that. What does that mean? That means that you need to trust that everything that is happening for you is happening for your own higher good. It might suck. You might be in a lot of pain. You might be feeling like you're suffering. You might just be feeling really heavy, right? But everything happens for a reason, and nothing is permanent as well. So your bad seasons are always going to go up to the good ones, unless obviously you keep doing bad stuff. Then come on, bro, like stop doing that. But yeah, I know. But having trust in God, like, you really need to understand, like, we sign up for everything we experience in this life that is out of our control. Obviously, like, we can make bad choices and good choices. That's the power of free will. But things that happen in our life, events that are out of our control or have nothing to do with us, that affect us, we signed up for that. Whether you want to believe it or not, we did. Your spirit, your soul did. All right? But you got to trust God's plan. The universe's plan for you. You have to trust it. Everything's happening for your higher good. Just hop into that kind of energy, and it'll allow you to be a lot more at ease with what's going on instead of trying to fight it. The next thing to get into is meditation and self-alignment. Now, Mitchell, what meditations do I do? What is self-alignment? Yada, yada, yada. There are so many different ways to meditate, but meditation allows you to really connect with yourself, your spirit. It's sitting with yourself and your own energy and not giving your energy away to all these different distractions and things. You're really focusing on yourself, focusing on your breath. And obviously it takes practice to really build up this. Being present during meditation, it takes practice. Everything's a muscle. But when you start doing it, you're going to connect with yourself more and more. And the more you do it, the more you connect with yourself and learn yourself and understand, like, I don't know, just hopping more in self-alignment. And, excuse me. Well, so the self-alignment thing, right? How do you find self-alignment? One is meditation is a way to do that, but also figure out, who do you want to be in this life? What do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? You know what I mean? And whatever that person is that you desire to be, if the stuff you're doing in life right now does not align with that, like habits or the way you think or mindset or actions, something's out of alignment, right? Your habits are out of alignment. So change the things you need to do in your life to really resonate and align with what you truly want to create and desire in this lifetime. Now, kind of getting into the next point too, having a purpose towards life. Or let me reword that. Having a purpose to work towards is what I'm trying to say. Why is that important? If you don't have purpose in life, you're going to feel lost. You're going to feel like, why am I even here? Everybody has a purpose. It's just the thing is that a lot of people don't put in the work or time to discover it, or they feel like they don't, and they're just trying to float by like zombies, like NPCs that people like to talk about. Be player one. Take control of your life. Those dreams you have in your heart, I heard this today, but those dreams you have in your heart, they're not there for no reason. They're there so you can actually work towards them and create that into your reality. Focus on the process over the outcome. Focus on the internal environments of what you're feeding yourself and your body and your mind and your thoughts and your beliefs. And don't focus on where you're at and what you see physically. It's hard. Trust me, it's hard. But the more you focus on your internal world, right? And you start actually implementing actions and habits that align with what you desire to create and work towards, that purpose that you really want to fulfill, your external world will slowly start to change. And once you actually start to pay attention, when you start applying these things, you will see the difference. Now, next thing too, talking about purpose, and yeah, I kind of talked about this just a little bit, but having to attach detachment to outcome, meaning, say you have a basketball game coming up, right? Or a soccer game, or football game, whatever it might be. Say you have that coming up and you're so focused on winning and winning and winning that when you're training, you're not focusing on how hard you can push yourself. You're thinking, am I doing this hard enough? I hope I win. I hope I'm doing the right things. That's literally taking energy away from the present moment to actually put in the full amount of action you can to actually win as a byproduct. You feel me? When you're so focused on an outcome, one, that's in a lack mindset. You're chasing something that's not even, you're just making what you desire to happen to you run away, pretty much. But when you're detached from how is this going to happen, when it's going to happen, where it's going to happen, if you know and believe that, okay, I know this is going to happen, but if you're so focused on how and when and what and all that type of stuff, you're literally just creating inner conflict in your inner world. Girl, chill out. But having detachment to outcome will allow you to really focus on the present moment and really put in that full amount of effort and attention to what you're doing in this now. And just trusting in the universe that it's going to bring to you what you need and what you're working towards one way or another. So keep that in mind. Be detached to outcome. This one, a lot of people like to avoid. I've been a person in the past that I have kind of wanted to avoid this too, but I've learned throughout years of life, like when you run away from, let me just say the next point, healing your trauma and inner wounds that you have. When you start working on this stuff and healing those pain, healing that pain or trauma or whatever, or numerous wounds, whatever it might be, you're one, changing the cycle you're keeping yourself in. Instead of distracting yourself from it, you're actually, here's a better way to put it. Here's just an easy way to put it. If you're not facing that stuff now, you're literally running away from that evil entity or negative energy that is, and you're letting it chase you and honestly chasing the directions it wants you to go. Whether that's like alcohol or video games or just burying yourself in work, which is good, but like if you distract your feelings, you're gonna feel like not fulfilled innerly, you know what I mean? Or lust or whatever it might be. But when you stop and you ask yourself, damn, I've been running away from this. I need to really focus on this healing. It's not fun. It's not easy. But look into how to start healing trauma and inner wounds and change your mindset on stuff. And you will truthfully, like, I think that's probably the biggest point in this whole video. I think everything has its part to play. But that's what causes the most inner conflict, I believe, is having all that heaviness in your chest and your mind and your body that's just bouncing all around. You know what I mean? And you're letting it be chaotic. You're not controlling it. You're not nurturing yourself. You have to face yourself. You have to. You want something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. And when you start working on healing yourself, right, you're changing the cycle that you've been keeping yourself in. And guess what? When you start healing yourself, you begin to grow as a person. And you start having insights, you start understanding yourself and why you do certain things and why your emotions react this way or you have certain triggers. And once you actually start to accept yourself, even the negativity, or not, I don't even say negativity, but like the heaviness or the hurt, I guess, and the wounds, once you start to accept it instead of running away from it, you're able to be at peace with self a lot more easier. You're able to be like, it's okay that these things happen. It's not okay, but you accept that they've happened in your life. And you're not, instead of letting them drag you down a path that you don't want to go, you're able to hold that hand of that version of yourself that was in those situations and to guide your past self into a new, brighter future. This last one too, which kind of goes with meditation and stuff. It's just finding time to spend time with yourself. It does have to do with the healing as well. Like once you start spending like genuine quality time with yourself without distractions, without listening to music. Sometimes music is okay, but it is really, I found a lot of value in just sitting and being with myself and focusing on one thing at a time. But just sometimes maybe this isn't like every day. Obviously, you got to get stuff done. We can't afford to you know what I mean, sit in bed all day. But finding maybe even like 10 minutes just to sit with yourself, set a timer and just lay in bed and just feel yourself, feel your energy, bask in your energy. Whether it's fun or not, you're going to learn about yourself. You're going to have a lot of insights, and all the questions that you have, will be answered. Maybe it might be longer than 10 minutes. Do what you feel is right. But consistently doing that, maybe every other day, maybe 2 times a week, 3 times a week, whatever works for you. You feel me? You will be able to learn yourself more, but also you're building a relationship with yourself as well. And I don't think people understand, we have so many different roles in our body that we play externally, and we don't realize it. Meaning, we have our inner child, we have the nurturer, which is our divine, masculine, divine feminine energy, and we have the protector, the one that protects both of those beings, your divine masculine energy. Having balance in all of those things, you'll be able to take control of your life a lot more and control yourself and your emotions, and just connect with yourself. It's really important. A lot of people don't do that though, or understand what that is, or aren't even knowledgeable of it, to be honest. But it's a very important thing to find time and spend time with yourself. Even going for a nice walk outside with no distractions, no on your phone, not smoking, well, you can smoke if you want, if it doesn't mess with you. But going for a nice nature walk, no distractions, just embracing the present moment. That's spending time with yourself. Maybe you want to take yourself out to eat. Without distractions, take yourself out to eat. You know what I mean? Just spend time with yourself. It's important. You'll learn yourself a lot more. And when you understand yourself, you can understand a lot of other people a lot more. And not everybody has the same story as you. Not everybody reacts the same way as you do. But a lot of people do things for the very similar reasons. Maybe not the same events, but same reasons. So just stuff to keep in mind. There's so much more detail into these things for sure. And once you dive into like each individual one, you will find a lot more knowledge and wisdom into these ways to find inner peace. But having knowledge of even knowing these things that will help you, dive into, you know what I mean? Dive in what you need to dive into and find the inner peace. It's within us all, and you can achieve it. Sometimes it takes shedding layers of our skin and ego off, not our physical skin, obviously, but shedding the layers of our ego and putting away the masks that we put up to protect ourselves, to keep us safe. Because sometimes a lot of people are in survival mode of like trying to protect themselves when they don't need to. You find true power in truly accepting who you are. And if you don't like who you are, accept where you're at and work to change that. Because you can change yourself if you want. You can be whoever the hell you want to be. Kanye literally said, if I want to be in the NBA right now, I would be in the NBA. That's the mindset you need. It sounds crazy. Some people might think that's crazy. I don't think that's crazy. But have that self-belief in yourself. All right? If you found this insightful and helpful, and maybe you have some other points to add, drop them in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Let's keep this going. You know what I mean? Helping other people out. Other people that maybe need to hear this. Yeah. I send love and light. And I believe in you. I just want to say this too before I go. I believe in you. But you need to believe in yourself. And I mean that. I believe in you. You can do whatever the hell you want. All right? Shama.